In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a thing that I call a vocal exciter. Now, a vocal exciter to me is inspired by something I used to hear in the 80s. They used to call it an aural exciter. Works on the same basic principle. I'm not really sure how those things worked, but the way I do it is I use a high-end EQ and then I use a compressor, really smash it and kind of mix the two together and create this thing I call a vocal exciter. Anyway, I thought it was a nice tip to use. I use it on lead vocals a lot of times, but I really love to use it on background vocals, especially if it's like oohs and ahs and you really want to bring it at the top end, but you don't want to just use EQ because that'll spike them sometimes and you'll hear like the S's will pop out. By compressing the top end a lot and then mixing it with the original signal, you get a much more controlled top end. It's an overall prettier sound, and when you add reverb and effects to it, it doesn't really trigger them quite as hard. Let me show you how I do it. Okay, I have a track in front of me right here. Let me play what I have.
No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, no matter where you go, I'm gonna get to you.
So I'm going to start off by making some aux inputs. Go to new track, go to aux input. We're going to add 2. Okay, now we have 2 aux inputs. Let me give them a different color so you can see them better. Let's make them red. And I'm going to name them vocal fader and vocal exciter. You can name them whatever you want. I'm just going to do this so it's easy to tell what we're talking about here. And now what we're going to do is on the original vocal track, we're going to send it to both of them. So we're going to make a bus. Go in here, make a new path. Mono. Anywhere over here is fine. Call it vocal. Done. Now the output of this vocal we're going to send to that bus instead of going to the main output, the main stereo output. Vocal. And I'm going to put these vocal effects, the vocal reverb and the delay, on the aux returns instead of the original one. And duplicate it in the other one. So now it's on both of them. Now I'm going to set the input of each one of these. We can do them together by hitting Option Shift. If using a PC, we alternate Shift. So those inputs to be that path vocal. So now your vocal is now running through these two. Let me pull one of these down. And so our -3 is the volume, so let's bring the volume to our -3 and let's put this volume back up to 0. This way this isn't really affecting it, it's going out at full volume. I'll put it in solo safe, and now my volume is controlled by, I'll turn this down. Let's go to this one here. Vocal exciter is down. Now my vocal is going to be just coming out of here.
No matter where you run, no matter where.
And now if I solo it,
no matter where you run.
Even though it's coming from here, being that it's in solo safe, I don't have to solo that one also. Just hit this solo.
No matter where you run.
So this is pretty much what we had before. Haven't really accomplished anything. This is sending to here with the Autotune on it. And now I'm going to the exciter. I'm going to bring that one up.
No matter where.
Sounds like the same, except now I'm going to add some effects to it. Let's go back over here to see what we're doing a little easier. I'm going to put an EQ on there. You can use any EQ. I'm just going to use the Digi EQ because most people have that, but you can use any EQ you want. Boost as much top end as you can. Let's start around here.
No matter where you run.
You want to be at least around 5K-ish, but you get depends on your vocal.
No matter where you run. No matter where.
You want to make it really pretty. Now I'm going to cut out everything below there. Go to my low end filter and bring that all the way up.
No matter where you run. No matter where you hide. No matter where you go, I'm gonna get to you. No matter where you run.
I'm going to make sure it's all just top end prettiness. Now, to control that a little bit so it doesn't pop out in certain words, we're going to put a compressor on after it. I'm going to use the DigiDesign one. Make it so higher here. I'll use the DigiDesign one. But again, you can use any one you want.
No matter where you run.
You want to set the threshold really low.
No matter where you run.
So it's compressing all the time. And you want to bring the attack down so it's really quick.
No matter where you run.
And the release, so it releases really quick also. A little short.
No matter where you run.
You really want to be compressing the heck out of it. Let's bring the gain up so it matches the bypass sound.
No matter where you run, no matter where you hide.
You're trying to create a consistent sounding brightness to it, almost like you're breathing more air into the vocal.
No matter where you run, no matter where you hide.
That should work. Now we're going back to our original vocal. Listen to it without it. Go back to my faders so you can see this easier. Here's the original vocal. No matter where you run. Sounds really dull now, right? So let's bring the other one up slowly. So that one also. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. See how pretty that is? Now let's pull it back down here with the track. No matter where you run. And then we'll bring it up. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, no matter where you go, I'm gonna get to you. Now you can see it's much brighter and prettier in the top end, but it's very controlled. It's there the whole time. Listen to it one more time. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, no matter where you go, I'm gonna get to you. Now I have delay compensation on, but if you didn't have delay compensation on, or if you don't own delay compensation, a good idea to do is put the same plugins on this side that are over here and bypass them. The good thing about Digidesign plugins is they don't use a lot of CPU or power, so using them and then just bypassing them just for this purpose, it's fine. So this will actually put them perfectly in line, even with delay compensation turned off. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, no matter where you go, I'm gonna get to you. I find that to be a much more exciting way of doing it. And once again, it's a really good idea to use it on background vocals, especially when there's ahs and oohs and stuff like that, and you're really trying to bring that out, but you don't want those things to start peaking and sounding all weird and distorted in the top end, so you compress them like crazy. You have your regular background vocals, and then you have this extra exciting background vocals, and you just bring that one up to mix into it, and it just sounds really beautiful and pretty. And you can lower the whole thing in the mix and just have it a nice pad. Now, once you got the balance between the vocal exciter and the vocal fader the way you want it, you just grab them together, group them. You can name whatever you want, vocal. And now you can just run your mix this way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. And they group together. So that's pretty much how I use a vocal exciter. I hope you learned something from this and hope you can use it. I'll see you next time. Thank you.